Back in June, we put main event.
What is up, mother flowers? What is up? What is up? It is August 3rd, 2018. This is episode 252 of the Team Up Podcast. Thank you all, mother flower, for tuning in live this week. If you're not catching this podcast live, it's okay. There's numerous places to catch this podcast. We're available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, PODBEAN.com. Also over at Spotify. And above all else, this podcast will be available as a playback on YouTube.com. So the same stream that you're watching right now live will become a playback later on throughout the day. But mother flowers, it's good to be back. It's Friday right now. It's fucking Friday. And it's been crazy. It's been a lot of crazy stuff going on. But it's always mother flowers. It is me. It is Steve. And I am not alone here, joined by two awesome mother flowers. I'm here joined first all the way in Bridgeport, Connecticut. They call him the Queen Slayer. Walter, how the fuck you been, mother flower?
Nah, I don't know about that nickname, but I like it, but I don't know if it's true.
I don't know, bro. I've been hearing a lot of chasing Bridgeport, Connecticut, bro. When they see the Walter, bro, that's all I know, bro. When I hear, I'm saying.
I don't know if I track cute ones, but anyway.
Cute ones.
But anyway, I've been all right, you know, just chilling this late Friday night, discussing, you know, wrestling. That's pretty cool, right?
Disgusting wrestling. I'm pretty sure it is, bro. Disgusting wrestling. And we're joined here by our good mother flower, good brother as well, all the way in Detroit. Big Mike from the Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show. Big Mike, how the fuck you been, mother flower?
Man, it's been hot over in my neck of the woods. Man, it's been real humid, tired, recuperate. But hey, I'm glad to be back on the podcast, so let's get it on.
Indeed, let's get it on, mother flower. Thank you all for tuning in live in the live chat. A lot of fun stuff. You guys are kicking ass right now as we speak. But guys, there's so much stuff to get into, like I said. But before we get into all that stuff, I just want to say it's kind of sad that we're in August already. Not because, you know, hey, you know, it's just, you know, it's August. It means for a lot of fucks out there, it's back to school, what have you. But for me, that is for me. Like, when I think of August, I think of, like, it's the end of the summer. Like, summers are almost already over. Like, to me, summer ends the moment it's September 1st. Even though, yeah, it's going to be all in, all the fuck you want. It's kind of crazy. Like, we're, like, less than a month away from all in, right? But to me, summer ends once it's, like, fucking September and shit like that, right? So you hear the song, you know, like that song from, I think, from Green Day, "Wake Me Up When September Ends," right?
But I don't start singing it.
Wake me up, wait when September ends. You kind of get the idea, right? You kind of get the gist. But other than that, dude, like, you know, it's been raining this whole fucking week over here. Like, these last 2 weeks been fucking raining. Like, it'll start off as a sunny day, right? And they'll just pour down. Just pour fucking down.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad. I mean,
you know
and it's humid. Yeah, it's like sticky. It's raining. And then it's sunny again. And I don't understand what's going on. It's supposed to be like that the rest of the month almost. kind of annoying. But
yeah, and also I wish a happy birthday to our good old buddy, our good friend for always Sacramento, Dave Sack. You might have heard him numerous times on the show. He's the host of the Unappreciated segment. We'll be starting a new season with that real soon. Starting off a new season with the Unappreciated. So keep your eyes peeled for that one when it drops real soon. But his birthday, he turned 30 literally yesterday. Happy birthday, bro. 30 is
really?
Yeah, dude. He older than me, bro. I'm 28, right? I'm 28 years old. I turned 30 in like 2 years, right? It's funny because people like guess my age, right? They think I'm 21 or I'm 22 or I'm 19, but the reality is like, bro, I'm like fucking 28. I don't even look 28. I'm blessed. I feel like at times I'm fucking blessed.
You're blessed that you look like you're 22.
And I feel like it's a genetic thing. Like it's from my parents. Like my mother, right? My mother's 60. Hey, how you doing, Steven Scott D'Angelo? How the fuck you been, bro? Thank you for joining in. My mother's 60, right? But if you were to look at my mother, right? Not like that, but you'll think that she's in her fucking early 50s. You know what I mean? My father, on the other hand, he's 64. But if you were to look at him, you would think he's like in his mid 50s, about to go on to 60, or early 50s as well if you want. You can make the argument. It's funny though. So it's like my brother, he's 40, but he tells everybody, "Oh, I'm 32. I'm 32. I'm 32." You know what I mean? So like in Cancun, right? This past month in Cancun, right? He was telling everybody, "Oh, I'm fucking I'm 32," but in reality he's 40, right? He's already losing hair and shit. I already know I'm about to lose hair once I'm 30. I'm losing my hair, so. But that's beside the point. That's really beyond the point. There's so much stuff to get into this week. We've heard about injuries. Also, unfortunately, there's been deaths this past week alone. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of Nikolai Volkoff, Brian Christopher, formerly known as Grandmaster Sexay, and Mike. Who's the other one, Mike?
Brickhouse Brown, and there's also another one that died that day too. Trevor Lee's father passed away.
Exactly. So thoughts and prayers go out to all of them. I'll be real about it. I really never followed that much of the career of Brickhouse Brown to sit here and say I know much about him, if you will. But yeah, it's sad to hear a passing. How old was he when he died? How old was he?
I think 57, I think.
It's a young age, bro. 57 is really, really a young age to die, in my honest opinion. It's very unfortunate, but hopefully, again, thoughts and prayers goes out to the families and friends out there of Brickhouse Brown. May he rest in peace. Also, this week alone, we like you said, Brian Christopher, Nikolai Volk, and the father Trevor Lee. Brian Christopher was a very tragic one. Apparently, it was due to suicide. He hung himself in prison, which again is very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. He died at, I want to believe, at the age of 46. I believe it was. Let me just find the 46. He was 46, and apparently with Brian Christopher, Grandmaster Sexay, you all know who he was. One of the members of Too Cool. He was actually brought in the mid 90s in WWE. When they were starting the light heavyweight division, it was him and Taka Michinoku that pioneered that division in WWE in those early days. And apparently he was off and on in jail, these past couple of years. It's crazy. And I know people are going to be like, "Oh, that's not true," what have you, but we were supposed to actually interview him a couple of years ago. We were supposed to. I was given an email from a promoter somewhere in Memphis or Tennessee. Yeah, in Memphis, right? And I guess they were starting a fed out there, and they wanted me to interview Brian Christopher on the show. And things never really came about. For whatever reason, it just never came about, right? I guess final minute, Brian Christopher just bailed on us, whatever. It is what it is. But it's unfortunate how things happened. You got to think about this too. If you're a parent, right? If you're a parent of, in this case, Jerry Lawler, it has to suck to, put your child to rest. You know what I mean? I don't think any parent should go through that period. No parent should go through the whole process of putting a child to rest. But again, thoughts and prayers goes out to Brian Christopher, and also the passing of, like you said, Trevor Lee's father. I believe he was one of the founding fathers of the Omega promotion with Matt Hardy. Again, the father of Trevor Lee, a former X Division champion in Impact Wrestling. Again, it's another tragic one as well. And also the passing this week of Nikolai Volkoff at the age of, if I'm reading this correctly here, Nikolai Volkoff passed away. Let me look at this real quick. He passed away at the age of 70 due to I want to believe it was due to the fact that it was due to a respiratory issue. Was it that?
It was a dehydration.
Yeah, dehydration. There you go, dehydration. Listen, right now I'm all over the place. Okay, I had a long day. I'm literally all over the place right now. Okay, so bear with me here. But dehydration, and I'll be real about it. You know, Nikolai Volkoff, I did remember watching some of his stuff when I was a kid through the old VHS tape that my brother had. I remember, like, in the mid-'80s, he was, like, one of the top heels along with Nikolai Volkoff. He was actually there at the peak of Hulkamania, right? He was actually there when Hulkamania was actually a thing, right? In the mid-'80s, competing for the championship against Hulk Hogan. Then he became, like, he was part of the tag team with the Bolsheviks as well in, like, in the early 90s, like late 80s, if you will. And then he became a good guy. He became a good guy in the 90s with the American flag and all. He came back for a second run in 1990 in the mid 90s, part of the $1 Million Corporation with Ted DiBiase. Right, and all that stuff. And again, it was very tragic. It's very tragic to hear about him as well. But at the age of 70, you know, again, take that for what it is. Again, our thoughts and prayer go out to everyone that passed away this week in the world of professional wrestling. Getting that out of the way, let's move on here. Let's move on. Reading the comments here, Steven Scott D'Angelo, right? Raw sucked. I would say so as well. Yeah, Raw did suck this week. The ending
this week.
I think, in a way, you know what it is? And let's get into right to this topic, right? Because, again, it's just right there. We might as well talk about it right now, right? Raw sucked. I'll agree. There was a good ending, right? People are saying the ending of Raw was great because of Brock and the way he took F5 Kurt Angle and stuff, right? So, fine, to each their own. SmackDown was better than Raw by default. But it left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not talking about the fact that, Charlotte Flair came back and took the spotlight from Becky. But the reality is, the reason why both shows, in a way, left a bad taste in my mouth, because right now in WWE, there is a new heel in WWE right now. And no, it's not a superstar, right? It's an event. A fucking event right now is like the top heel in WWE. And it's not even a month old, not even like a week old or so, 2 weeks old or anything like that. It took less than a week for this event to become the new heel in WWE. Talk about Evolution. Fucking
Evolution was always, that's a heel group, right?
No! Yeah, that one, duh. Yeah, of course that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course that. But I'm talking about WWE's Evolution coming up in October, the all-women pay-per-view event.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It took WWE literally not even a month to make this pay-per-view the biggest heel in WWE, next to Tommaso Ciampa. It's sad. It's fucking. You know what it is, dude? Like, yo, literally, they are force-feeding this pay-per-view to everyone right now. They are. I understand. Listen. I understand. Listen. I can't speak for Walter and I can't speak for Mike, right? For me, at least, I can somewhat appreciate women's wrestling. What about you guys?
I can to an extent.
Only I could, but like, I guess kind of to what you're saying, Mike, probably to an extent, because at the end of the day, like, you don't really see a lot of good women's matches, at least in WWE, because we're talking about this pay-per-view Evolution. So it's like, okay, you're shoving this down our throat. What what are you gonna really highlight? What are you gonna build up to it besides just saying it's the first all women's pay-per-view, and you can't really say ever, but but like, what are you gonna build to that? That's the thing. What are you gonna do with these women wrestlers? You know, you don't even know what to do with them on a weekly basis.
And it's gonna be 50 of them.
And it's 50 of them. And the only good thing about that show would be probably seeing the ones from the past. And nothing against the women now. It's just, and they're stale because, like I said, WWE doesn't know what to do with them. And it's just, why hype this up so much when no matches are announced yet? We know there's title matches that are going to be there, but like, it's to the point where you're saying it's the biggest heel. The crowd could probably boo the name of it every time like someone says that. The crowd could possibly boo. Like a smarky crowd like New York or Boston, someone's gonna not appreciate that.
SummerSlam is screwed. Yeah, it kind of is. SummerSlam is screwed, not because, hey, the lackluster build, but the simple fact that, SummerSlam essentially has taken a back seat to Evolution. And that's sad. You know, it's sad when your second biggest show, one of your biggest shows of the year, right, is literally becoming the sloppy second here. And it is. It's becoming the sloppy second to Evolution. Literally, throughout these past couple of weeks, you've had everyone and their mother, whether it be on Raw and SmackDown, hype up Evolution. Whether it's Roman Reigns, whether it's AJ Styles talking about his daughter, Daniel Bryan, the list goes on. Seth Rollins, and I guarantee you, hell, even Roman Reigns. You know, it's funny. I know we talked about, I'm not sure we talked about this last week or not, but apparently someone pitched an idea, and I guess, again, it's make-believe, it's not happening for real, but someone pitched the idea of having, for some weird reason, right, Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns feud over Evolution, where the idea is Roman Reigns is fighting for the rights for women, right?
Please stop. I don't want to hear it. I don't.
I've heard it already, and it's not. Thank God that's fake.
Because it's bad enough. It's bad enough. WWE's trying to make us think Roman's sympathetic. The fact that could happen, it's just fake, thank God. But the fact that someone even thought about this, what the heck, man?
They should be hired by WWE because it's better than what they're putting on the television.
I know. But it's one of those
they
things
think like this.
I know, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Jid said that. JD said that. Yeah, there you go. Jay said that. Yeah, but apparently as well, there was an article that came out as well. I know JD said it as well. Shout out to him, by the way. But he did say that, not only him, but there's an article, I guess Twitter, like, went crazy about this shit as well. And just the thought of that, like, can you imagine, like, at Evolution, we're going to have that one male match, right? That one male match at Evolution. And all the women are lumberjills, right? All the women are lumberjills, right? And at the end of it all, Roman Reigns is going to be this fucking white knight for all women's. Like, he's actually standing up for women's rights. Which probably, listen, and all for nothing, let's assume for a minute Roman Reigns actually is a supporter of it. But just imagine all that, right? That's how crazy that would be.
Then it wouldn't be an all-women's pay-per-view. There's male wrestling, even though there's symbolism towards it. It's like, what's the point? You know, that's you're not supposed. The point is not to have to just feature women. Period. Because you did this groundbreaking thing with the women. You changed it in like a few years, like with the Give Divas a Chance stuff, whatever. Blah blah blah. That Stephanie says she really didn't give a fuck. Let's be honest. She did. At the end of the day, she's a businesswoman. She knows what she's doing.
No.
And
let's keep it 100, okay? Let's keep this shit 100. There's a reason why Evolution's happening right now. It's not because, oh my God, one day out of another they realize that, oh my God, this hashtag that we started years ago, all of a sudden is, hey, it's starting to rise now. And you know what? It might have already. It probably did, right? When they brought in Sasha, they brought in Becky, they brought in Charlotte. Charlotte was supposed to be like the freaking the front and center, right, of that whole division, right?
Well, she still is.
She still is kind of.
She is. She's always been.
She's not the champ, but it's either her or Alexa Bliss that are always.
That's the first person they put the title on when they brought him up.
Exactly. Point is, though, at the same time, it's like, yo, where am I gonna? The point is, though, right? You know, the reason why they're doing this pay-per-view, the reason why it's doing it, because hey, they finally have that one piece that's gonna generate all the eyeballs. That's Ronda Rousey.
Yep.
Ronda Rousey, when you think about it, yeah,
everything.
Ronda Rousey essentially is like the best thing on.
And they were like, you know, we had a first ever ladder match, Hell in a Cell, whatever. Now they literally took the next step, and I appreciate it, but it's just, come on, how many times you got to congratulate yourself? You know, it's just, it's a little ridiculous, but we'll let them do it. Look, I know it's gonna sound weird, but I mean, hey, if there's a bra and panties match in it, I'll definitely tune in. But we know that's not going to happen.
Yes, because there's nothing in the world Walter will love to see is Bailey being put down her bra and panties.
No, with the old, well, not the old women, but like Tori's still fine.
She is, but she doesn't have that same body as she has. She's like, she's veganed out.
Not for nothing,
let's do it with like Andy Rose and like.
Not for nothing, yo, but let's be real about it. If you ever seen Bailey in her like outsider for wrestling gear, like outside of the WWE attire, like in her regular clothes, like you and I would wear some shit like that, she looks attractive. I'll say that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
the
mean?
First time I saw her attraction was on Breaking Ground on the network when she was in a dress and heels. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen her outside of wrestling gear, so I never find her attractive. Like, yeah, the woman nowadays probably like lacking. Like, you probably just want to see Lana or like Manny Rose or like, you know, just I'm just throwing a few names out there. It's just like,
and they still have girls getting breast augmentations. You know,
they like
fake breasts.
I think that's what Charlotte did, I believe, right? And
Charlotte, Alexa Bliss, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay. They all got fake tits,
and they still the same. They're the only one that pulled it off great was Nikki Bella. That's the only one. Everyone else is just the same to me still.
Yeah,
it's funny that Nikki had to get them, but Brie, she got them natural because she got pregnant.
Yeah, but the point of the matter is like, yo, this shit's everywhere now. It's like you can hide if you want. But this show will find you. It's going to find you. And I'll be real about it. Am I going to watch this show? I'll watch it. Now, granted, right? I think for anyone out there, yes. Even Walter's Blender's talking like, yep, I agree, motherflower.
Yeah, they don't want.
So, the point is this, Mike. And I'll Walter listening too, but Walter's muted his mic because of the fucking noise in his background and shit. We could appreciate women's wrestling. I think any guy out there can appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
But to tell anyone out to sit there for 4 hours, even if you're a woman, like I guarantee there's not a woman out there that's a strong, passionate, women's wrestling fan. They can't sit there. They can't tell me they're gonna sit there for 4 hours to watch the show.
Yeah, man. I said on my review, I said, are we actually ready for a women's pay-per-view that's gonna be the same length of a regular pay-per-view? I don't think we're ready.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. And again, we're not here to shit on the show because we're not. You know what I'm saying? We have women listeners as well. You feel me? We have women listeners that appreciate it all the fuck you want, but I guarantee you, it's going to be tough as shit to sit through. Listen, it's tough as shit to sit through 4 hours of wrestling of a pay-per-view period in WWE. But to tell anyone out there, whether you're a man or a woman, to sit there to see a video, to sit there and tell me, oh, let's do a video, my bad, a fucking pay-per-view for 4 hours about WWE, like, come on. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like there'll only be probably 1-2 highlight matches, depending on what the matchups are. But like, if it's 4 hours, man, I think it's gonna be tough to sit through. And nothing against the women, it's just that's how it is, you know.
You got to be super committed.
Like all these women are gonna have to do a lot of, and not even just them. It's at the end of the day, this is creative, the way they're building up these feuds. Because yeah, it's nice to have random matches on the show, but you know you're building the substance. You're pretty much just building up the event itself now from August all the way to October. So you gotta have some matches pre-announced at least by September.
Actually, now,
or even now, as soon as SummerSlam is over, that's when you gotta start doing the matches.
You gotta jump on the ball.
Yeah.
Even I would take an announcement at SummerSlam. I'm like, the first match, when is it? Please give it to me.
Exactly.
I have no idea. That's great. I'm reading the comments here. So D Extreme Race here. 4 hours of women's wrestling in WWE with possibly just Renee Young and Beth Phoenix on commentary. Play Rich Swann 205 music. Can you handle this?
Oh man.
God.
That's the wrong person.
Are they seriously only gonna have all female commentators too?
I'm pretty
No
sure,
way,
dude.
I'm pretty sure Michael Cole's gonna be in that.
No, I don't want Michael Cole on that.
I don't want it either, but he's always in the historical, like. Doesn't he do the Mae Young Classic?
No, Mauro Ranallo is doing the Mae Young Classic.
Oh, but it was Cole before, right?
No, it was JR.
Oh, it was JR.
JR.
Oh, that wasn't a good team.
It wasn't.
So who is it now? Mauro and Betty?
It might be Mauro and Lita.
Oh, Lita's still doing it? Because I thought Lita
so.
was kind of the weak link.
They haven't announced. It might be Mauro and Beth. I would like to see Beth commentate this one this year. Because she's pretty good on Mixed Match Challenge when it was up.
Yeah, that was like one match a week.
Yeah, but it was still good, though. It was still nice to listen to. It wasn't over.
I'm reading the comments here about We Are Pro Wrestling. Watch Stephanie McMahon will be on commentary the entire show. Stephanie McMahon is going to be the living embodiment of that show. She will be. She's going to come out. She's going to come out.
Yeah, she's going to do what she did.
Go on, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. Go on, man. Go on, brother.
She's probably gonna do what she did at the Royal Rumble, is just have a little spot and then leave.
Nah, dude. Stephanie McMahon is gonna be the living embodiment of the show. She's gonna be the beginning, in the middle, a backstage segment, an in-ring segment, right? She might even come out, right, and give the attendance for the event. Right?
Oh my goodness. I can't.
Because you guys, the power of the women's evolution, you guys did it wrong. I don't fucking know.
If I gotta hear her theme song more than once, I'll probably
But like I said, though, it goes back to what I'm saying. I don't want to, again, keep repeating this shit over and over and over again. But yo, all I'm saying is, if you are a woman or a guy, it's one thing to be appreciative of women's wrestling. But at the end of the day, you can't sit there and tell me you're going to sit there for 4 hours and watch the same shit over and over and over again. You're just not. 4 hours of women's wrestling is like, damn. You know what I mean? And here's the thing about it, too. You know what's funny? I posted this on Twitter a couple days ago, right? And this is true when you think about it. You know, when it comes to wrestling promotions hosting an all-women events, you know, companies like Impact Wrestling, WSU, Shine, Shimmer, right? To name a few. Hell, even Stardom, to an extent. I didn't mention Stardom, but Stardom as well, right? They're like Nike. They just do it. They don't go out there and make a big deal out of this shit. They don't try to go for the ESPN or the Sports Illustrated. Okay, that's the thing about it, right? It's one thing if WWE were to do an all-women's event, right? And just do it. Mention it one or twice, here you go. But fuck me, have everyone mention it and all that shit. And I get it, it's WWE's first women's event. It's not the first ever women's event in wrestling history. Like, you think about it, who when you think about it, right, who founded the women's evolution, you know, it's not Sasha, it's not Bailey, it's not Becky, it's not Charlotte, it's not NXT. It's Gail Kim and Awesome Kong. And this
Not
is where Walter and this is where Mike just both stood quiet.
Because I don't get what you're trying to say. You're saying like they're the first ones to revolutionize women's wrestling, period.
Huh?
I think what he's trying to say is that I think they're the ones who really made people pay attention to it.
Yeah. Like, again, they made it unique because, again, they didn't go for the ESPN moment. They didn't go for Sports Illustrated. They didn't try to feed off or leech off these other these outlets. They just did it because, fuck, they wanted to show that, hey, this could be just as good just as the men. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know that's not how WWE operates. They have to leech off that moment. They need that mainstream attention. They always publicize everything that comes from mainstream media, like the Hall of Fame announcements, like anything that's huge. You know, they post it, and it's like we get it, we fucking get it. But I guess you can say Awesome Kong and Gail Kim did start that whole like.
They made it cool. They made it lit. Like, yo, at a time where no one was really doing it. At a time
yeah,
where...
no one really paid attention. It's because TNA at that time, some people were still watching, and like they were like, you could see them on Spike every week, and you're like, oh wow, they actually treat their, you know, female wrestlers a lot better than WWE with their 30-second matches. So that's why I felt really special. Honestly, and yeah, I give credit to TNA at that time. You know, they were the ones who really started it all off. And that's why Gail Kim appreciates TNA a lot more than WWE.
This is why, and you know, it's funny. People are asking Gail Kim, like, yeah, are you gonna be there? Are you gonna be at the event? Like, no, she's out there helping Impact. And I think she made up her mind.
She still works there, or what does she do?
I think she's now like an ambassador.
Yeah, she's in production. I think she's a producer.
I think now she's more of an ambassador, right?
Yeah, she's the only loyal one. Everyone else went.
And not for nothing. And that's not a bad thing. Everybody has to make history. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a point of view of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess for Gail Kim, it's like, yo, you know. For Gail Kim, it's like, yo, she's more content being at Impact, and not for nothing because, yo, Impact gave her the red carpet, they gave her the right treatment, while WWE, you know, gave her the shit treatment. You know what I mean? That
Gail
being said,
Kim was literally the face of that. It's the face of that division.
Yeah,
sure.
Granted,
no matter
like,
if she
like,
was still wrestling right now.
Like, did I agree with her? You know, hey, let me fucking put myself over on my retirement match? No, I didn't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know, I'm gonna say this, and again, because when you think about it, on the network, we've seen them endorse the Global Wrestling Network, right? We've seen it before, right? If they were to, apparently they're coming out with the women's DVD. Apparently, I don't know when it's going to be dropping for WWE. It would be nice for them at least to reference the fact that, yo, all this really started in 2006, 2007. I know they won't do it, but imagine if they did, right?
They're definitely not going to, because then they won't get credit for it.
But hey, Gail Kim, you know, have her be featured in that DVD.
It's Gail Kim, but she's not going to mention. I mean, she'll mention it, but they're not going to feature it like crazy because that wouldn't make sense.
Well, think about this, right? But you know what, though? I think we're at a time where anything is possible, right? Think about this, right? Think about this for a minute. Dixie Carter, Crooked Dixie, right? Damn, Dixie appeared on the WWE Network, right?
Yeah, but what did she really mention?
But still, the fact that she
was on Kurt's thing.
Yeah, but the fact that she appeared, that said something. Like, wow, who would have thought this was coming, right? Jeff Jarrett made a WWE comeback. Who the fuck saw that one coming, right?
I don't think anyone wanted to see that, though.
but you kind of get
yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, it's worth mentioning. It's worth imagining. Again, hoping for it. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. Moving along, because again, you know, I know we've been talking about this, and again, it being right now, Evolution being the best heel right now in WWE, next to Tommaso Ciampa, right? I ain't gonna lie, yo. Real talk today, yo. I woke up like Tommaso Ciampa, yo, for real. I literally woke up like Tommaso Ciampa today. Like, yo, for real, I'm guarantee you, yo, his bye and high could be the new dance move of the club, yo. I'm telling you right now, yo. Do that Tommaso Ciampa. Do that Tommaso Ciampa. So, let's talk about our good old friend Roman Reigns, right? The big dog, Roman Reigns, right? Yes, we all know he's facing Lazy Brock. By the way, Lazy Brock is like the best Brock.
The most entertaining Brock I've seen in years.
Word, yo.
Entertaining, but I got my gripes with it.
I know you do, but you know what though, bro?
Oh no, the fans still don't like him, but
The fans still don't like him.
At least like I get it. He really doesn't give a fuck, and that's fine because he's just being him. He's not trying to be fake like most of these fucking wrestlers. He's just being him, and I mean, yeah, it sucks that he doesn't wrestle, but
exactly.
I mean, at least he was entertaining.
Exactly. So this is what apparently someone wrote this on Twitter. Apparently,
you gonna read the whole thing?
I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but apparently this is what someone wrote, and I quoted the tweet. He probably blocked me. I don't fucking care, but you kind of get the idea, right?
Did you say something weird to him? Because when I retweeted it, he followed me.
What'd you say, man? This is what I probably said. Here we go. By Peter Carnivals, right?
Yeah.
I wrote to him, Mother Flower. Who the fuck are you, right? So I literally wrote that. Like, who the fuck are you, right? Right? Buried the big
I feel like
turd.
I heard his name before though.
Peter Carnivals I never heard of. Right? Apparently, if you go on this,
I feel like I heard his
so
name.
apparently he wrote this on Twitter, and literally everyone fucking bought this shit. Everyone and their mother bought this shit. Right? You know,
yeah, what do you expect? There was something negative about Roman. Well, it's not negative. It's more towards WWE. But
Oh no, it's negative.
it's like negative. I feel like it's more negative towards WWE than. But it's a Roman. It's a negative Roman post, but it comes off as like, why are they paying him? You know, the fans.
No,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I agree with you, but here's the thing.
I believe
like,
some of the stuff.
So
believe all
this
of
is the tweet that he wrote. Right? Breaking news that can't wait. See below. Please retweet and share for visibility. Right? I know, fake news hashtag, but the guy wrote here on tweets here. Hashtag WWE. Hashtag stop Roman payouts at all cost. Hashtag never Roman. Hashtag wrestling. Hashtag pro wrestling. I'm gonna say this. You know what really grinds my gears, yo, when Mother Flowers on social media literally write their whole sentence in hashtags. Hashtag
That would be annoying.
like literally hashtag I, hashtag woke, hashtag up, hashtag today, hashtag and, hashtag I, hashtag decided, hashtag to, hashtag get, hashtag up, hashtag and, hashtag make, hashtag eggs, hashtag bacon, hashtag mushrooms. You kind of get where I'm going with this? Like,
Yeah.
like, goddamn, bro. And you know what? He's begging for attention when he goes on Twitter, right? And he writes here, attention at Dave Meltzer, right? Wrestling Observer newsletter, at Joe Cronin. Shout out to Joe Cronin. By the way, guys, shout out to Joe Cronin. Shout out to him, right? Hashtag WrestleZone.com. Hashtag NoDQ.com. At Kayfabe News. At Ryan Set. At Marvin Heat. What? At Cultahogs. At Brian Alvarez. And at Heyman Hustle. So you're just asking for all these. So you're just asking for attention when you're out there fucking tagging all these
Paul
motherfuckers.
Heyman. Why would out of all people Paul Heyman give a fuck?
Or kayfabe news, he tweets nothing but fake stuff.
I know that's even worse. Like he's tweeting kayfabe.
So this is, you know what? I feel like I have to read this fucking letter. I feel like I have to.
That's a long ass. I'm gonna go read a book if you're gonna read that.
Okay, so this is what the person wrote, right? This is what the person wrote here, okay?
You could just paraphrase it.
Multiple sources high up in WWE have confided in me some very serious and damning information. It would appear Kevin Dunn is leading a small task force in WWE at the personal order of Vince McMahon to pay fans to support Roman Reigns both at television tapings and on social media. Focus groups are showing an alarming few number of fans like Reigns. So WWE is paying large sums of money to make sure that isn't the case. Right? The amounts have not been confirmed, but I've been told anywhere from 100 to 200 per fan at live event to throw away their anti-Roman signs and replace them with pro-Roman signs. Depending on seating, on social media, fans are being paid anywhere from $1 to $10 per tweet, $5 to $20 per IG post. That's Instagram for all you kids out there wondering what IG is. And $1 to $3 per Facebook comment in support of Reigns. These numbers vary depending on influence and reach. It has been noted that Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon are both petrified at the animosity, disdain, and growing indifference towards Reigns, and are doing everything they can do to shift the narrative in their favor. This task force has been in place since January of 2017, but it's only coming to light now as WWE employees are fed up and think this needs to be exposed at all cost. It is estimated that the task force has spent $5.8 million so far on fan payouts with no real ceiling to the budget. Fans are signing very powerful NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, by the way, that would result in excessive fines if violated, which means this story will be denied up and down now that it's been broken. However, if enough fans make a big enough stink about it, this could have massive implications. So let WWE hear your voice with the hashtag. Oh my God. Let's hear the hashtag, motherflower. You ready for this shit? You ready for this? Hashtag stop Roman payouts at all cost and hashtag never Roman. Like, you gotta just admire the creativity of fans at times. I tell you, bro. And here's the thing about it, okay? I like Roman Reigns. I'm a fan of Roman Reigns. I'll admit, yes, is there flaws in this motherflower? Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. You know what I mean? I'll be real about it. Am I excited for SummerSlam? Not really. Not the fact that it's Roman and Brock again, because I've seen this shit way too many times already. You know, I said this months ago. I'm going to say it again. WWE has missed, and I don't know how you guys feel about this. Again, this is just my point of view, and I would love to hear, Mike, Walter, your perspective as well. And this is, you know, as I go along with this. But I feel like WWE, coming out of the greatest Royal Rumble, has missed an opportunity on making Roman Reigns bitter.
Mm-hmm.
You could have literally done bitter Roman Reigns. And all this leads to him, I guess, going to the heel side for a while, and then leading up to him going up with Brock. Even though, again, I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see it, but you kind of get the idea. They missed out on a big opportunity. You know what I mean? And here's the thing about it, right? Yes, there were people chanting, "Let's go Roman" on Monday. But at the same time, you heard Roman sucks. Or no, we don't. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's bound to happen.
But do you know what's going to happen in New York, yo? What's going to happen? They're going to eat this shit alive.
Especially if it goes on last.
They're going on last. That's not a question.
It's just so disrespectful. That's going on last.
Unless Ronda goes last, then no one else is going last.
You gotta understand
Dude,
this, right?
I gave up on Styles going last because Ziggler and Rollins main evented Extreme Rules. That's when I knew. Okay, that's
nah, bro. I gave up
the Styles main eventing a pay-per-view. It's not gonna happen.
I gave up on Styles going last at Backlash, and I was there at Backlash. I was there.
Oh yeah, what was it? It was Styles and Nakamura.
Yeah.
Instead of making that the main event, what did they make? I mean,
They made Roman and Joe.
the end
People were
result.
people, you know, it's funny. People were walking out before the match even started. Like, yo, Styles and Nakamura ended. People were leaving the building. Roman came out and they were chanting "Beat the traffic." That's when you know it's bad.
Oh, damn.
You might do it again.
Well, they're just gonna do it again. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
they're gonna
fine.
do it again.
You know what? They might not, because it might be a cash in.
Oh,
I'll be real about it. If it was up to me, this is what I would do. Because again, Brock is scheduled to be there on Raw as well. He's scheduled to appear also at Raw after SummerSlam. What I do, you have Brock win again. You have Brock win. And then the Raw after SummerSlam, you have Braun cash in finally. Because you know what it is, dude? It'll be predictable as all fuck to have Braun Strowman go out there and cash in.
It's not even his character, neither.
Exactly.
Yeah. He needs to cash it in by just announcing, I want a match for you tonight or something.
I want a match with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar right now. Braun Strowman. You kind of get what I'm doing.
Yeah, like, it just would feel weird if he cashed in after someone got beat up badly. Like, that's not his character. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Hashtag
why does he even have that briefcase? I know Owens isn't going to win the briefcase, but...
I got a small pit in my gut that he might.
If he does, that would definitely be way more interesting, and he probably should have won in the first place, but... I don't know, man.
It is what it is.
I don't know what they're doing.
But bro, like this fucking thing, the idea, oh my god, fans are being paid. I mean, is it possible?
Dude, then where was my paycheck?
Where was my paycheck? Bro, you wore a Roman Reigns shirt at SummerSlam.
Last summer.
You wore
exactly.
You
one of the very few.
No, they're not paying the believers. They're paying the non-believers.
Oh, that is true. They are only paying the fucking ones that boo him, and then they're like, "Hey, don't boo him anymore. Give him some." It doesn't matter. Like, I don't see a lot of people with Roman shirts besides girls. So, like, it's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
You should be endorsing us.
I don't believe the 5.8 mil, you know, and
I don't believe in that either.
The infinite, you know, time, you know, not the infinite pay, because, you know, that would be on their books because they're a publicly traded company. So that'll be on their books. And if they don't got that on their books, then they'll be known as a shady company in how they do business.
Yeah.
They'd be in trouble.
Exactly.
Listen, they'd be in serious trouble.
You know what I mean? I agree with that. But let's move along. Let's move along from this. We're about to wrap up the show. We're about to wrap up the show in just a little bit. But
we're about to wrap it up. Yeah.
We're trying to knock these topics out before we wrap up. You know what I mean? We got a surprise for all of you guys at the end, almost before the end of the podcast. All right. So Aleister Black apparently underwent groin surgery. Apparently, at a house show in Las Vegas, he injured himself wrestling Tommaso Ciampa. And apparently all this ended up being a groin injury. He literally went surgery. And apparently it's being questioned if he'll be at TakeOver Brooklyn. Because apparently, per the spoilers, again, apparently it looks like it's going to be, again, Ciampa, Black, and Gargano in a triple threat at TakeOver Brooklyn. Keep this in mind. The match hasn't been announced yet per NXT television.
Right, but it's most likely going to happen after what happened this past NXT.
But the problem is, though, no one's for certain. No, it's not certain if Black will be at the match because of his injury.
I don't think he will be. You just said he just got an injury.
So
NXT takeovers in like what, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah. So normally, normally recovery time for this sort of procedure is typically 3 weeks or longer.
I don't think he should risk it, man.
I'm gonna be honest about it, okay? If he makes it, he should not be taking bumps. They should do a spot where they take him out early in the match. I'm gonna keep it 100. And I don't mean to come off like a fucked up person, But I want to hear your guys' perspective as well on this. Maybe, just maybe, it was meant to be. This whole time, Gargano Ciampa 3.
Mm-hmm. It at the same time, yeah, and it's also doing Aleister Black a favor because even if he's in the match, he won't do much. He knows he's not gonna win. He knows he'll be main roster bound soon. I think it's so. I mean, obviously a groin injury fucking sucks, but besides that, if you look at the positives, it's a win-win for everyone. I think, but obviously,
I'm gonna say this though. Let's assume for a moment that it's Gargano and Ciampa, right? As much as it'll be a good match, all the fuck you want. Like, bruh, it's a one-on-one match though. It's a one-on-one match.
Yeah, but they got that chemistry where that Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens chemistry. That chemistry that any match that they're in could be great. So
yeah, like it's
anybody.
It's not it's not like getting repetitive as fuck like Owens and Zayn. Like that.
Yeah, it's not gonna get that repetitive.
It's not
maybe
getting
when
that
he hit the
repetitive.
main roster, it'll be repetitive.
Oh yeah, that's probably bound to happen.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. But you kind of get the idea. All right.
Yeah, but Aleister Black, this is his second biggest feud out of his whole tenure in NXT, even with the championship, and that's sad. But now he's not being it. He might as well just cut his losses, recuperate, and then get called up.
That's what I'm saying. He either doesn't do much in this match if they still put him in it, or just sit it out, man. It's not worth it. Especially like if you know that you're going to be main roster bound soon. I mean, there's nothing else for him to do left. So that's why I would. I mean, it probably wouldn't look good, but I would sit it out. It would be the smart thing to do.
What killed Aleister Black was just one spot, and that's bad. It was the missed mass black mass.
Yeah, against Lars Sullivan. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's what ruined it.
Listen, I've been saying this since Black won the championship. I feel like he's at the wrong place at the wrong time. He is.
Oh yeah, it's fucking Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah, and right
Ciampa's
now,
like feud of the year. They're the feud NXT.
Ciampa right now is like the best heel in WWE, next to Evolution. But
exactly.
You kind of get the idea, right?
So it's like
I know.
Transitional champion.
Listen, I know JD said this on this show a couple weeks ago. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if they bring up Ciampa to the main roster just to have him feud with Roman Reigns, just so Roman get that positive cheering and shit like that.
He's not gonna get no positive cheer. I don't even think Ciampa could save that.
No. People would be cheering Ciampa. It's already people cheering Ciampa.
Yeah, like when he won the title, I heard a couple cheers. So it's
you saw him clapping in the crowd.
Exactly. Moving along because again, I want to get to this big surprise at the end of this podcast. Big Cass is going back. Is going to the Independents, and apparently he is booked for his post appearance after leaving WWE. He's appearing on September 21st at Spartanburg, South Carolina for the Big Time Wrestling. Well, that's the event that we went to in Queens a couple years ago for Big Time Wrestling. But this time he's going by the name of Big Cass. So remember, he was known as Big Cass in WWE as BIGCASS, but now he's going by Big Cass. Cass being spelled CAZZ. Yeah. I know. You know what? You know what? Again, listen. I wish him the best of luck. I really do. I mean that. I really do mean that on the independent circuit. Who's to say he succeeds? Who's to say he goes to New Japan, you know what I'm saying, and tears it up? I don't know. Again, anything can happen, right? Anything can fucking happen. That being said, the name Big Cass, I get it from a marketing standpoint. It's similar to the Big Cass name. I know WWE owns the name Big Cass in Colin Cassidy. So for name value, I get it. You know what I mean? I understand. What about you guys?
It's hilarious, and I hope he succeeds. But with that name, oh my god,
probably should have got a different name. It's just, yeah, we get it. You still want to be Big Cass, but Cass, I mean, he probably couldn't think of a name, but hopefully, he does well, earns his living. I mean, yeah, he kind of fucked himself over getting fired, so I don't feel too bad. But at least he's still gonna make money out there somehow.
Yeah. Apparently this week as well, Cedric Alexander and Ty Dillinger were both under fire for some tweet that they wrote back in 2012 about rape.
Yes.
Apparently, fan what they do now, they go back through old as Twitter tweets from back in the day, yeah. And it regarded rape, and people got fucking offended, and I guess both Cedric Alexander, who's the current cruiserweight champion, and Ty Dillinger apologized for it. It is what it is. I believe people change during time, so good for them on that. Not that the fact they tweeted that, but the fact that they've, recognized their mistake and they're moving on from that, if you get what I'm saying. Congratulations goes out to Kane, as Kane is now the new mayor of Knox County in Tennessee. He won the election yesterday, so congrats for him on that.
Mayor Kane.
Yep. Mayor Kane, yo.
No, a lot of people going to move over there.
We'll be setting people on fire, I'm telling you right now.
Time to move to Knox County.
Knox County, that's right. Okay, this is rapid fire. They announced the big news here is that former Impact star Sienna, now known as Allison Kay, is confirmed for the Mae Young Classic. So I can't wait. I mean, I'll be real about it. The tournament itself, there's some names there that I'm looking forward to seeing, like, of course, Ashley Rain, known as Madison Rain, Allison Kay, MJ Jenkins, another one, Mercedes Martinez. I'm surprised she's not signed yet to WWE.
She should have been signed.
Caitlin's another one who's coming back. I'll be real about it. I'm looking forward to seeing this tournament. I'm looking forward to seeing it for what it is.
Who do you think's the favorite?
Right now? Honestly? LoChérie.
Really?
Yeah.
Another Japan star?
Yeah, bro. Why not? Why the hell not? Why the fuck not?
Okay, I'm either going with Toni Storm or her. Yeah.
LoChérie is
final.
Most likely gonna win it. Maybe not. They always change it up. But she looks like she looks like the favorite right now.
Yeah. Now, before we wrap up the show, we're gonna do a little reaction video, a little reaction, Motherflower. So, 2 days ago was August 1st, 2018. The 5-year anniversary of August 1st in TNA Impact Wrestling. Now, you guys remember about 5 years ago, Impact Wrestling, it was at a time where they were feuding with the Main Event Mafia versus Ace and Ace, right? But it was the new formed Main Event Mafia. It was Sting, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, Magnus, and I believe also Quentin Rampage Jackson, right? And they're trying to reveal.
I don't remember that.
You kind of get the idea, though, right? Now known as Nick Aldis, the current NWA World Champion. That's crazy, right? The same Magnus we're talking about is now the NWA Champion, right? But the point
anyone could be the NWA Champion.
Yeah, but you know what? No, but say what you want, but he's improved, though. He's better now than what he was back then. Okay? Point of the matter is, at the time, this whole big reveal, who was the guy behind August 1st, right? At the time of this whole thing, Impact Wrestling had some sort of working relationship with Bellator MMA. Because Bellator at the time joined Spike TV. So you gotta remember this too. This is at a time where Impact Wrestling was on Spike TV, right? And all this took place. They're on Spike TV. They had the working relationship with Bellator MMA. So guys like Tito Ortiz, Rampage Jackson, King Mo, Muhammad Lawal were on Impact Wrestling in some capacity, right? But they were trying to do the whole big reveal of who was August 1st. Who was it, right? It's funny because literally 2 days ago, people on Twitter were tweeting out Impact, like, happy anniversary, Impact for, this certain date. It was crazy about it, too, that Impact Wrestling themselves,
what?
Impact themselves, they acknowledged this shit like 2 days ago. Like, you think about it, Impact Wrestling on Twitter they become Wendy's.
Well, that's because it wasn't really them back then. It was a different regime, so they can ridicule themselves.
So if you guys want, if you want to join us as well, the link is in the chat. The link to the video is in the chat. Myself, Walter, Mike, we're gonna watch the video right now, if you will. So guys, you ready for this shit? You guys ready?
No.
I don't know if I'm ready, but we'll see.
Here we go.
We'll see how it goes.
Come on, guys. Don't pussy out. We're doing this. Don't pussy out. We're doing this.
I don't think anyone's doing that. I just think it's not going to be a pretty...
Listen, here's the thing about it, right? Was it bad, necessarily? I don't want to say it was funny. It was funny bad, if you will. Let's put it that way.
Well, it was still bad then.
It was funny, though. It was funny in a way, though. And fun little facts, years ago, myself, Walter, Chase, and Connor, okay, Faye, by the way, we all did a reaction to this, like, years ago. So this was like, so think about that.
This was the hottest, like, reveal. Like, they were hyping this up like crazy.
So, okay, so we're all playing the video, right?
Were they live? Did y'all not read the spoilers?
No, at the time, they were live.
Oh, they were live. They were live.
There was at a time where Impact Wrestling were doing shows outside the Impact Zone around the country. You know
losing money, but they were doing it.
Yeah, losing money, but they were doing it, to their credit. And I wish, honestly, with the new regime, they do it now. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to play the video. I'm going to Mike, Walter doing the same thing. So, y'all ready, guys? On 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
1, 2. If you guys want to join us, it's in the chat, all right? 3. Here we go. So, right now, you have Kurt Angle. It's funny. All of them are in suits, right? And Rampage is in his T-shirt and a fucking biker and a fucking dog collar chain.
Well, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. That's why.
Like, look at this shit. All of them are in suits, all like dressed for the part. And Rampage, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, man, fuck this shit. I'm getting paid, man. I'm fucking getting paid. I'm fucking getting paid, yo. They cannot refuse, guys. They cannot refuse his offer, by the way. They cannot refuse his offer, by the way. What happened?
So who you think they thought they was, the mob?
So the gimmick was they're the main event mafia, right? That was the gimmick.
Not even the original one.
Not the original one, but still.
Oh my god, not those shades.
Oh yes, the Kurt Angle shades. You know what's funny? I have the exact shades. I have the exact shades.
Oh, not this fucking group.
Yeah, man, the ace. Whiskey bottle. Something.
A bunch of jobbers in this fucking group.
Wasn't Luke Gallows a part of Aces and Eights?
Yes, unfortunately.
So at the time, so at the time of Ace and Eights, you had Wes Briscoe, Garrett Bishop, was son of Eric Bischoff, Devon. You had literally Mike Knox and Carl Anderson, right? My bad. Mr. Anderson.
Carl Anderson.
Cat Anderson. Look. Oh, what are you saying here? Oh, you gotta think about that too. Chris Sabin won the title at the time. So remember that shit.
Oh my god, he was the world champion.
The world champion.
This was the main event feud.
This was the feud, man, back in the day, the good old days of TNA, yo.
This was the good old...
The glory days. They were on mainstream TV, yo. Now they're on Pop TV.
That is true. They were on Spike.
I got this question. Look at Kurt Angle right here, right? How drugged do you think he was? You know he was drugged out of his... This was at the time of Kurt Angle on the drug.
That's not rehab angle.
That's not rehab angle. This is not Christian angle. This is like stalking Shaka... Who was the chick? Scott Steiner's freak out? Shaka Khan or Raka Khan? Yeah.
Man, I missed this Kurt Angle. Well, not this one, but I guess the earlier versions.
Not for nothing, though, but Kurt Angle here, though, was a fucking cyborg, though.
He was pretty good still, yeah. Now he's all...
healthier here, though.
Yeah, he looked good.
Hold on, what was this?
This is just 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He looks different now.
Yeah, he looks like freaking...
Oh, he went through a lot of shit.
look at Samoa Joe.
Joe looks the same almost.
And they start brawling. They're all in the okay. Here's some at the time Impact had that giant stage that connected to the ring, and all of them are fighting. They're all brawling. The crowd not giving a shit. The crowd not giving a shit.
Yeah, all of them people look like they just got done riding a ride at the amusement park.
No, this was not even in the Impact Zone.
Oh, it's not even the Impact Zone? Oh,
No,
that's
it's not
10
the-
times worse then.
It was like at a house show. It was like somewhere like. Okay.
The career on the line. What the fuck? What a mismatch.
The lights go out. Oh shit! The lights go out.
That Sting's cute though.
Look. Oh my god, you know they they video edited this shit, right? So literally, they video edited this shit. So the lights go out, and boom, right there, the next scene is Tito walking out to the arena and shit.
With his arms crossed.
And Tito, like,
Look at Anderson trying to sell that shit.
Anderson can't even believe it. He's like, what the
like,
fuck?
yo, look at the little kid on the side of the guardrail. Like, what the
He's like,
Carl
okay,
Anderson!
this-
Kid Anderson's like, what the fuck is... Okay, well...
What's Rampage? What's he worried about?
Look at Sting's
Seems like
face.
the only
Sting,
person is worried is Rampage.
Sting is like, fuck. What the fuck did we just do? And
No
Tito
reaction.
I wish, honestly, I wish Chase was here right now. I wish Chase was here right now. I swear, Chase would have fucking...
He just
Tito just folding his arms like nothing.
He didn't even wrestle. That's the worst part. After all this,
He's smiling with his arms
didn't even
folded
wrestle?
and shit.
no, he was just part of Aces and Eights, and that's
They said in the comments, I saw somebody said that he ended up having a neck injury.
And that's how the end of the show.
and that's when.
Oh no,
that's-
during training. They
Hey,
said he
not
got
for
a neck
nothing,
injury
dude.
during training.
Not for nothing. If you remember that Impact, it was an alright episode just until the end. Like, yeah, Tito showing up. It's like, eh.
It just fell flat.
It fell. Not that it fell
no
flat.
crap.
You gotta understand, bro. At the time, Impact Wrestling was trying to do working relationship with anybody. So this time it was Bellator, and Bellator was just coming into Spike TV. Because at the time as well, at the time of all this as well, the UFC was going over to Fox, right? At the time as well, when Bellator went over to Spike, the big fight they wanted to do, and sometimes Bellator does this as well. Bellator has a tendency of trying to leech off old UFC fighters, right? So at the time, Bellator was trying to get into pay-per-view. They're trying to get into the pay-per-view market. And the one fight they wanted to do for this pay-per-view was Tito Ortiz versus Rampage Jackson. Two guys that never fought before in the UFC or anything like that, right? And the fight never really came about. It never really came about. Which
Even in
sucked.
Bellator?
Even in Bellator, the fight never happened. I could be wrong on that. But you kind of get the idea. Like, yo, the fight never happened. It is a whole disaster because, again, like, yo, they brought out Tito Ortiz, and the idea was, hey, he's fighting Rampage and Bellator, but at the same time, they're doing something in Impact Wrestling, and nothing ever happened. Rampage never fought a match, never even wrestled a match in Impact Wrestling. I could be wrong on that, but you kind of get the idea, right? You gotta keep this in mind too. You know, Impact Wrestling gave Rampage the royal treatment.
They really did.
They really did.
He did wrestle in a tag match, I think, but
But
I
he
can't
didn't.
remember
He
really.
did a clothesline. That was it.
Oh man, TNA was like, that's when you knew it was just like, what are they doing?
That should sum up the old days of TNA.
Yeah, like Anderson didn't even. I loved Anderson's reaction too. It was like he didn't give a shit. He's like, "What am I supposed to do?
What are we doing? What are we doing?"
Yeah, like, what
I
the
was
fuck? What?
looking.
He's like, "Why am I in this? Why am I in this jobber group? Like, what the fuck?"
You
That's
know,
why
again,
the announcing.
and you know what? You know what? We're not here to bash Impact. We're not. Okay.
No, but that segment was just didn't come
Yeah.
out right. You know,
It didn't come out
so
right.
much wrong in that segment, but it was wrong, but it was funny in a way. So it wasn't like the worst segment ever because if it makes you laugh, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a nice little laugh. I mean,
and
it's just something that backfired because they thought
Yeah.
Tito Ortiz would get a good reaction. No one
did
knew
not.
what to do.
No one knew who he was. No one gave a shit. And you know what? To answer your question here, WWE did have Rampage first. Yeah, but you got to remember at the time, Rampage was promoting a movie called The A-Team, right?
Oh yeah, he was playing Mr. T's part.
So he was featured on Raw for that one thing, but it wasn't really a big deal though. They didn't even acknowledge Rampage as a UFC fighter at the time, right? So yeah, there you go with that. This was honestly, guys, this was a fun show. I can't wait for next week. Thank you guys for tuning in this week, guys. If you are new to the podcast, if you're new to this channel, hit that sub button down below on YouTube. Give us a big old thumbs up, share, what have you. This podcast, again, is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, Spotify, also over at CastBox. We have merch, Motherflower. We have merch. That's right. We got 2 shirts up on our store over at Teespring. We got the Certified Motherflower shirt and as well as the Team Hill Podcast shirt as well. Design, everything done by our homie, the man himself, Salrex. He's done all of our design, not just for this channel, for all the overlay that you see on my videos, but again, the logo that you see. He's also done stuff for JD from NY206, OKFabe. By the way, you guys can go check out OKFabe tomorrow. Well, it's Saturday right now, but later on today, he will go live with the OKFabe Random Wrestling Podcast. Salrex done an amazing logo for OKFabe for that podcast, which I will say right now is probably the best logo right now going for any wrestling podcast out there right now. You can also check out OKFabe on the OKFabe show over at Fight TV. But again, he's done stuff for OKFabe, myself, JD from NY206, the Solid Monster, and as well as Big Mike, who's here with us right now. So head over to teespring.com/store/TeamHillPodcast3. Get yourself a shirt today. And yeah, you can follow the Team Hill Podcast over on Twitter at Team Heel Podcast. Like a chomper, they're holding the belt. Look at that shit. You can follow, again, at Team Hill Podcast, our Twitter handle. Again, the podcast is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify. Will help out the podcast as well. Give us a 5-star rating on those platforms and all that fun stuff. And that's going to be it for us. Walter, anything you want to say in closing, Motherflower? Anything that you want to say?
No, it was like you said. I agree. It was a pretty good show today. But yeah, you can just check me out at Hey, I'm Walter, and yeah, I am out.
Big Mike, take us home, bro.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at BigMike1995.
Say that again, Mike. Your thing cut off a little bit.
Oh, you can follow me on Twitter at BigMike199519 and on YouTube at BigMike1995.
There you go. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. That way, guys, myself and Walter will be at Takeover Brooklyn 4 in a couple of weeks. So if you're gonna be in Brooklyn, feel free to hit us up and all that fun stuff. All right, y'all. That's it for us, y'all. We're out, Motherflowers.